you know, we make a decision. We make a decision that making this move for us is more important than staying here, which means we have to leave behind our family. How have you all dealt with, I know your children are adults, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes to family. So how have you all dealt with the distance, having literally a whole ocean between you and your family?
Well, for me, I try to, I use Facebook mostly for keeping in touch with my relatives. Um, I try to make phone calls more so to my mother, my parents, my brother, my daughter, um, and Facebook pretty much for everybody else. But we try to stay in touch at least a couple times a week.
Yeah.
Um, Being able to see my mother's face, my daughter's face, by the video. We use WhatsApp, so by video call is important to me. It's important to me to see that they're okay, not just hear
Yes.
them on the phone. So before, when we were here, we didn't have that ability in 2003. So that makes it a lot easier now in 2020 to be able to communicate with them eye to eye.
Right, right.
So that's been pretty helpful. Yeah, I mean, it gets difficult at times. Sometimes it gets pretty difficult. But like you said, it's a choice that you make to do this, and you know what comes with that. But then I also see it as my family members are not trees that are rooted and cannot be moved. They can travel. Should they want to see me so desperately, they can come and see me and experience something new in the process.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And for me, it's like the same thing. Um, it gets very difficult because I prided myself on being a father's father, being very involved with my children, and and being a family person. I was the oldest of my generation,
Okay.
and always been like the leader in my family.
Okay.
And I have to remind them this is just not about us leaving America, but it's also about us paving the way. But keeping it 100, one of the biggest challenges, especially with family, is the I call it being, what is it, comfortable or familiar. It's almost like they can't hear from you, oh, that's just Steve. Oh, that's just Candace. They will hear the same thing from someone else.
Right.
So they, they look at it oftentimes and don't see that what we're doing is significant to our collective interest as a
Right.
people.
Right.
Because, oh, that's just Steve and Candace. And that part is challenging
Yeah.
because we'll find other people that not even blood relatives will listen to what we have to say, take heed to what we say, and move on what we say. But
Absolutely.
our family won't. And that part for me is the hardest part
Yeah.
because we long for our family to say, come on, at least see. But
Exactly.
we got family that will go to England, go to France first, but never come here,
Yeah.
and
I can relate.
yeah, but it's just difficult because our children are young adults, but a lot of the people that we impact are our children's ages. They will listen
Yeah.
to and have the
Absolutely.
utmost respect. Not that our children disrespect us, but is that air of familiarity. And because especially with the current climate that's going on in the States right now, um, it's difficult. That part right there is difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you cope with um those difficulties? Because I could totally relate. And how are you all coping with that part of it? 'Cause I know it's hard.
Staying focused on our mission.
Yeah.
You know, mistake that I was making being here, and I'm speaking to you fellas. If you're married to your soulmate, do things in conjunction with your soulmate. Because a lot of times I'm thinking I'm doing things that will benefit us, but it's not really something that she's into. We're here to complement each other and do something as a bot, as a collective. And that makes a world of a difference because since since I realized that, and that was brought to my attention, we've been doing things together and it makes a significant difference to stay focused. And we believe, honestly, the hope is what we're making happen for others with the Almighty and the ancestors will move on our family, especially our children and our parents. So we're here, like I said, servicing the needs of other people desiring to repatriate. And as we are empowering, helping to empower some of the young adults here, we're hoping that somebody will get into the ears and to the mind of our children.
Yeah, you know, my mother came and stayed with me in Ghana for the first 2 years that we were there, and she enjoyed it, but she has decided that she won't be returning with us permanently when we do return. And that kind of stings because I'm an only child, and it's kind of like, but I need you to come with me. Like, you need to come with me. Why do you want to stay here? What do you have here?
Right.
And so yeah, that part it can be very difficult. But considering that we don't have family there, how has it been? How have you been developing relationships with either other diasporans or Ghanaians or other African nationals?
Well, for me, I haven't really met any Ghanaian women that are my age per se. I usually meet Ghanaian women that are younger by at least 20 years or so.
Yeah, yeah.
So that relationship, we become like sisters, slash mentor kind of thing. And there are a handful of them.
Yeah.
But aside from that, my own peer group, Ghanaian wise, I don't have. Um, I can't even say I know how to really find them per
Right.
se. Like, I don't really, they're not like out and about so much.
Right.
It's more family already developed, and that's where they are.
Right.
Whereas I would be like this outsider intruder kind of thing coming into that. So I don't understand really how I would be able to break through that particular scenario. As far as diasporans, there's a circle of diasporan women who are from America and some from UK as well, who I have good communication with.
Okay.
And for me, I've been making a plea. You probably seen it. Where are the brothers, especially in the diaspora? I have a bunch of younger, Candace said, younger Ghanaian brothers. They look at me as big brother, like a father, uncle, and that is
mates, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I meet some brothers that are of the diaspora, and be honest, some of them are still into that college type life, even though they old. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's even
I left that a long time ago. That's not it. This is not what I'm into. Trying to do more things productive. We love having a blast, having a ball,
Right.
going dancing and having some fun. But some of the stuff is just not who I am. But anyway, I just been pleading, say, brothers, where y'all? And you know what I hear a lot of times from a lot of the brothers? Well, us brothers got responsibilities. And I'm like, so the sisters don't? I'm seeing
Right.
single brothers come here with their children. Yes, making it happen, leaving jobs, leaving security of whatever they had there. And the brother sitting back home. I mean, we met a sister that said, listen, I'm coming with my husband, come or not come. And so We can't be talking about all this revolution and all this stuff, and you scared to get on a plane to come and chart a new life. And here's another thing. You got brothers and sisters up there talking about they gonna fight the white man and do all this revolutionary stuff. I'd rather spend my energy on building an empire.
So now we're getting into what I really want to talk about.
For more on this video, please click the link in the description below. Thank you.